Everyone thought Rafael was lazy. That word followed him everywhere, like a shadow that never left. It lived in the way people looked at him, in the pauses before they spoke, in the sighs they made when he walked into a room. No one said it directly at first. They didn't need to. Rafael could feel it. It started in school. Rafael often sat by the window, staring outside longer than he should have. Teachers called his name, and he answered late, not because he wasn't listening, but because his thoughts felt far away. Homework that once took an hour now took all night, and even then, he struggled to finish. His grades didn't drop suddenly. They faded slowly, and that made people judge him even more. He's smart but lazy, they said. Rafael heard that sentence so many times it began to feel like his name. At home, things weren't easier. His parents believed hard work fixed everything. When they saw Rafael lying down after school, they thought he was wasting time. When his room stayed messy, they thought he didn't care. When he stayed quiet, they thought he was being difficult. They compared him to others. Look at your cousin. Look at your classmates. Why can't you be like them? Rafael wanted to explain. He really did. But every time he tried, the words felt too heavy to lift. How do you explain something you don't fully understand yourself? He didn't wake up one day and decide to feel empty. It happened quietly. First, things he loved stopped feeling exciting. Music sounded distant. Laughing felt forced. Dreams felt like stories meant for someone else. Then came the tiredness. Not the kind sleep could fix. The kind that lived inside his chest. The kind that made even standing feel like effort. Some mornings, Rafael stared at the ceiling, fully awake, knowing time was passing, knowing people were waiting, but feeling unable to move. It wasn't comfort keeping him there. It was weight, heavy and unseen. Still, he got up. Still, he showed up. Still, he smiled when people joked. Because giving up completely felt worse than pretending. Years passed and school ended. Life became serious. Jobs, bills, expectations. Rafael tried. He truly did. But every job felt harder for him than it seemed for others. His thoughts felt crowded. His energy disappeared quickly. Simple tasks took more time, and that made people impatient. Supervisors noticed. Co-workers whispered. He's always tired. He moves like he doesn't care. He's lazy. That word again. At night, when the world went quiet, Rafael's mind became loud. Regret spoke first, then doubt, then fear. You're behind. You're disappointing everyone. You're wasting your life. He believed those voices more than he should have. Some nights, he lay awake wondering if this was all his life would ever be. Some nights, he wondered if he mattered at all. But he never said these thoughts out loud. Because his pain didn't look dramatic. Because it didn't have a name people respected. Because it was invisible. Years went by like this. Rafael became known as the one who never reached his potential. The one people stopped expecting much from. And strangely, that hurt more than being criticized. One evening, something small changed everything. He overheard a conversation he wasn't meant to hear. He's just lazy. Some people don't want to help themselves. He'll never change. The words were said casually, without anger, without care. Rafael went home that night and sat alone in silence. No phone, no noise, just thoughts he had avoided for years. For the first time, he didn't push them away. I am struggling, he admitted. I have been struggling for a long time. And I can't keep pretending I'm okay. That moment didn't feel hopeful. It felt honest. And honesty became his beginning. The next days were still hard. The tiredness didn't disappear. Life didn't suddenly feel light. But Rafael stopped calling himself lazy. Instead, he asked questions. Why does my mind feel heavy? Why does everything feel harder than it should? He learned that not all battles are visible. He learned that struggling doesn't mean failing. He learned that slowing down isn't weakness. He stopped chasing quick change. He focused on small steps. Opening the window in the morning. Taking short walks. Writing thoughts instead of trapping them inside. Some days, progress looked like doing very little. And that was enough. There were setbacks. Days when the weight returned. Days when doubt came back louder. Days when he felt like nothing had changed. But this time, Rafael didn't insult himself for it. He rested. He breathed. He kept going. Months passed. Slowly, his eyes looked clearer. His voice sounded steadier. His energy returned in quiet ways. People noticed. He seems different. He's doing better. He's changed. Some even admired him. They never knew the nights Rafael fought silently. They never knew how close he was to giving up on himself. They only saw the result, not the process. And Rafael was okay with that. Because he didn't heal to prove anyone wrong. He healed to save himself. Now, when Rafael sees someone moving slowly through life, he doesn't judge. He understands. Because sometimes, the people you call lazy are actually the strongest ones. They're just fighting battles no one else can see. If this story touched you, please subscribe for more inspiring videos. Don't forget to subscribe for more emotional and motivational stories. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss the next story.